Welcome back, Let's Tab 59. Apologies, my remote control's gone up the chute. I'm here on my own. I haven't got the trash around. I like to do anything related to firearms without anyone out the front. Although everything's safe, I do have ammunition on the table and I do have firearms on the table. So I'm here on my own and my remote control's buggered up. Apologies. So, just a quick update on how we're getting on with the tabbing for the challenge. We're doing okay. We're starting to get our fitness gradually back. We'll be doing the tabbing video together very, very soon. But at the moment, I want to do a little bit more on firearms. I've done 2 previous videos. And as I said in the previous videos with firearms, these are aimed at real beginners and novices, people who've got an interest. So if you are an experienced shooter, a rifle, shooter or firearms handler, whatever, you're probably going to find this a little bit too basic. It won't be for you. This is to say aimed for the real newbies or beginners or people with a general interest. So, what are we talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about rimfire rifles, and I'm lucky enough to have 3 examples, which covers most of the rimfires. Mine are all bolt action. You can get semi-automatics, but I've only got bolt action. I don't really need semi-autos. So, what are rimfire rounds? Well, the difference is, if I show you this, which is a 7.62 round, 308 caliber, on the base of the round, it's a bit like a shotgun cartridge. You can see the brass around the outside there of the casing, and in the centre there's a small silver disc. That's the percussion cap. And that percussion cap is in the centre of the cartridge at the rear. And that's the firing pin strikes that. That's the percussion cap ignites the propellant, off goes the round. So it's called centerfire because that percussion cap is in the centre and the firing pin goes straight onto it. Centerfire. Now rimfire is different. Let's show you. This is a little 2-2 rimfire. You won't be able to see, but I can explain. On the base of this little round, there is no visible percussion cap in the centre as there was with the other round. This has like a little rim, a little ridge. And that's actually the primer. And what happens is, it's very thin casing. The firing pin crushes, when it comes forward, it crushes that little rim. And in that rim is the propellant. In other words, the rim around the edge of the base is the percussion cap. Firing pin strikes that, crushes that little rim, and that ignites the gunpowder or the propellant inside the cartridge. So that's a rimfire. Now, so that's a .22, which is sort of the lowest of them, if you like. There is one smaller, a 1.7. That's just the calibre of the actual bullet head. So .22 long rifle rimfire, that's the basic one that most people start out with. And I've showed you this rifle before. This is the .22 long rifle rimfire. This one's a CZ. That's the round that goes through that particular rifle. So it's quite cheap to use, and they're great little rifles when you're starting out shooting. If you go to join a gun club and you obviously don't have anything at that stage, just going along, they'll probably have a club gun similar to this that you can use. And this is not a target rifle, it's a little sporting rifle really, but you can target shoot with it. You wouldn't want to compete at any high level with it, but it's an accurate little gun and great for just punching paper targets, either on a bit of land that you might have, lucky enough to have to shoot on, or more likely at your local rifle club, shooting club. So it's a good starter rifle. They're cheap to pick up. I've had this one I think maybe 6-7 years now. And you can pick something up like this. It's a CZ, as I say, it's made in Czech Republic. Little bipod legs, little sound moderator on there, and a basic little scope, similar to an air rifle scope, really that's all you need. One little magazine that come with it that takes 5 rounds. And I think I picked this up for less than £200 from Gunmart, somewhere like that. So just be aware if you buy second-hand, obviously go somewhere reputable and have a good look at it, talk to the gun shop owners and chat through it with you. You don't want to buy one that's been worn out. They all get knocked about a bit. This has got a few bits and pieces on a wooden stock where it's been out in the field. Probably some of it's my fault crawling about shooting. But great little starter rifles. So that's sort of the basic starter one. What you can do is go up from that, and you can go to, let's pop this out of the way, you can go up to a 2.2 Magnum. So it's still the same caliber bullet, it's still the same size, head, bullet head, but as you can see here, the 2.2 Magnum is a lot taller, stood next to it. So obviously it's the same caliber, but the cartridge being longer means it can hold more propellant, more gunpowder. So therefore, when that fires, it's got more of a charge in there, so it's going to give you a higher velocity, better range, better punch. A little bit more expensive, the ammunition. Gun's not really much more expensive than that, but it's a good hunting round, good for hunting. You can fire a bit further, you know, if you're competent. So 2.2 Winchester Magnum, something to consider. And this, put those there. You can see the difference in the magazine. There's not a lot. That's the 2.2 that takes a small round, and that's the slightly larger Winchester. Again, 5 rounds. You can see the top's a little bit bigger, obviously, to accommodate the longer round. Which rifle is that? Well, it's this one. It's cracking little 1980s, roughly, Mauser, German Mauser. And this is the Lux version, model 101, I believe. Got a sound moderator on it, lovely bluing on the barrel, nice walnuts type stock with rosewood on the end there. No bipod legs on this one. It's a proper little hunting rifle, something I'd take out in the field and go rabbiting for, or whatever. I have done in the past. Really, really accurate little rifle. Not many of these about now. This one's actually stamped from made in West Germany, so therefore I know it was obviously manufactured, produced before the country unified, 1990 or 89-90, so definitely a 1980s version. Winchester Magnum, something worth thinking about. Right, so the next one is a smaller bullet again. Let's keep these two out. So we've got the 2.2 long rifle, we've got the 2.2 Winchester Magnum. So now we're looking at the 1.7 caliber. So it's a little bit smaller obviously than .22. 1.7, and it's a 1.7 HMR, Hornady Magnum. So if you look, it's basically the same height as the 2.2 Win Mag, and that's because it's basically the same cartridge. The cartridge case is the same. What they've done, they've necked the 2.2 cartridge down so it can pinch and accept the 1.7 caliber bullet at the top there. So it's got the same amount of propellant in as the 2.2, but of course the head is smaller, and you can see it's a little bit more aerodynamic. It's very pointed little round, this particular one. So therefore, because it's a lighter round, it's going to go a lot faster and a lot flatter on its trajectory. So as it leaves the muzzle, it's not going to arc as much. It's going to be a flatter. It's a bit like 2.2 and 1.77 in air rifles. You know, the heavier 2.2 round is going to arc a little bit more on the trajectory, as the 1.77 is going to fly flatter. And it's the same principle basically with this. 1.7 HMR. I'll show you the rifle for that. Lovely bit of kit. I mean, really, really nice rifle. This one's got a bipod on it. Again, it's a CZ, same make as the 2.2. This one's been camouflage wrapped. It's got a very nice moderator on the end and a very nice scope. A really good hunting package, this. Very, very accurate. And it will really, really knock rabbits over. You can use it for target shooting. A lot of target shooters use 1.7 HMR. So that's the difference. That's the three firearms and their ammunition. The 1.7 HMR, 2.2 Magnum, and the .22 rimfire long rifle, the normal standard 2.2. That's the three examples that I've got. Very basic, I know, but hopefully it's given you insight. Look them up on Google if you want some more detailed information about velocities, etc. All very lethal, all great for small game hunting, all great for a bit of target shooting or plinking. So, because my remote doesn't work anymore, guys, I've got to come up there and switch you off. I will endeavour to get this sorted out, the camera. I don't know what's gone wrong. I'm not much of a techno. I'll have to get someone that's about 12 years old to look at it. But until the next time, I'll be walking up to you. Till the next time, guys, let's tap.